live in some of the harshest environments on Earth. So does that mean that they come together and work and live as a team? Or do they prefer to stick it out alone?
Underwater?
Whoa! He got Octopussy. The seal does not want you making that sort of sound. It was having a nap. There's been several times in my life where I've wanted to wallop a dude in the face with an octopus, so I'm on the seal's side. But actually, this may have been an accident, because octopus is a really difficult thing to eat. They've got lots of suckers and they suck onto you as you try and eat them, so you want to break it apart. So it's trying to wallop it on the surface of the ocean, just smash it around and flail, and it's actually pretty gruesome. They're essentially trying to rip that octopus apart just using the force of impact on that guy's head. Oh, the undulations. Oh, I don't think he's happy. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not going to end well. Yeah, nah, she's gone. She's like, I'm not having any part of this. She just did the equivalent of climbing out the toilet window. So elephant seals are called elephant seals for that reason, the big trunky bit that the males have. And males exert dominance over a section of the beach. He'll have a harem, you know, of like all of these females that he will mate with in this one area. He protects it like super aggressively against other males. And in fact, when there is a male in charge of an area, they actually call them beach masters. These guys weigh like 3,000 kilograms and the fights are insane. Like it puts sumo wrestling to shame. Oh, he got the proboscis! It sounds like someone doing a wet fart through a PVC pipe, you know? No, I need him. I'm just going to sneak up. He's trying to be sneaky. Oi! Oi! So I think that what's happening there is the pup is trying to get a sneaky drink of milk from a seal that is not its mother. Because what happens is the female seals will actually go out and hunt, and they'll only come back to the colony to feed their pup for like 2 days after that. Like being a seal mother, you know, they work really hard to make sure that their pups are nourished. So they're not very charitable with other pups. Even though that one is particularly cute, the seal pups just have to make do and exist on their fat in between these feeding times. Doesn't mean they don't try it on with other mothers though, and apparently sometimes if a mother is in a deep enough sleep, you can sneak up and get a little bit of a suckle in. Oh. Oh, see, the dog's like looking away. Don't be aggressive. Oh my God, what's it gonna do to me? So I think that the seal is a young one and it's used to its mother protecting it in all situations. It's probably, you know, its first trip maybe away from its mum. And so basically it's seen the dog and gone, are you mum? Are you my mother? Or thinks that it's, you know, safety in numbers, something like that. It's just like going to something that it thinks it might recognize. And they do call them dogs of the sea, right? I don't think that seals are very social with other animals outside their own species, so I think that this is probably some confusion. And what's more, the dog is extremely uncomfortable, and that poses a danger to the seal. And there's this thing, right, called seal finger, where you basically get a bacterial infection from a seal. And it can happen from people who are skinning seals and are in touch with seal meat and things like that, but it can also happen if they bite you. You need to stay away and your pets need to stay away from wild animals. I think that these ones are sea lions because they've got like little eerie bits. These sea lions are after a school of sardines. And the idea is they herd them together into a dense ball where all the fish are really close together, and then one sea lion will burst through the ball at speed with its mouth open and catch as many of the fish as it possibly can. It's a really effective way of getting a good mouthful. Not all seals hunt cooperatively, but there are some that do, and it's pretty spectacular. Seals have these incredible whiskers that they use to actually help them hunt. They're called vibrissae, and it basically means that they can detect movement in the water, right? Because they're really stiff. So when a seal wants to detect what's happening, it's got like low visibility, something like that, it makes its whiskers stand erect, and it can literally feel the swirls in the water that a fish might make as it moves. Their whiskers are so sensitive that they can literally feel a fish breathing. Well, not breathing, but the water coming through their gills. I wish I had some, actually. Seals are cheeky and unpredictable, but whether they prefer to spend time alone or in groups, their lifestyles are entirely built around their ability to live in the harshest places on Earth. If you like this video and you want to find out more amazing animal facts, then you should find my podcast. It's weekly and it's called What the Duck. Yes, you can find it on the ABC Listen app and also anywhere that you find your podcasts.